gentlemen, welcome to my show, my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about soccer and it's world soccer, and more specifically English Premier League. English Premier League. Okay, just how the league has started is so exciting, so interesting, and the fan base uh, all over the world is so excited at how the teams are performing. But I wanted to discuss something more specifically targeting at Arsenal. All right, Arsenal, Arsenal is one of the most popular clubs in the world. Okay, especially in the Premier League. And how Arsenal performed last season was so um, exciting, and it gave a lot of people hope that this season maybe Arsenal could be one of the title contenders. But how the league has started so far, we can see that despite winning some games, still it looks like Arsenal is drifting back. Okay, it's not giving um, full hope to the fans or to everybody that this is the team that was last year a title contender. You remember how they started last year, okay? They had not lost any games until at this stage. But so far we have seen in this season is different. So everybody is actually surprised to see what may be the problem with Arsenal. Is is this Arsenal giving hope that maybe this season can be the champions of English Premier League? This is the concern, okay? So I wanted to say, because currently Man City is still on top, okay, and we can see that the team that is coming close to title contender is Liverpool. So I wanted to explain the problem with Arsenal, okay? So this is just my opinion. I'm just expressing my opinion. I'm not saying this is the truth, but it's my opinion, the way I see the progress of English Premier League. I think the problem with Arsenal is the coach. Okay, you may differ with me, but I have respect to Mikel Arteta, okay, as the coach of Arsenal, but I feel like um his tactical approach is not up to scratch. If you look at last season, their performance last season was that perhaps their contenders or opponents, okay, did not have that that kind of caution, okay, against them. What I'm trying to say that for a long time, season Arsenal was not performing that well, okay, so it looks like all the teams were thinking that this is the normal Arsenal we know, all right. So when they are playing against them, they did not think they would lose. But what I can say is it's like the kind of situation like what you call the underdog. There was some underdog mentality, okay. Most of the teams were looking at Arsenal somehow like an underdog. That was last season, right? So that's why they were winning the games, okay, winning the games. They have a good squad, and that's the almost the same squad that they have this season. But their performance this season is not yet inspiring, okay, the supporters, inspiring everybody that maybe it's the same Arsenal that was last season. So my point is that this season they are finding it a little bit more challenging. Like, look at the game, the the last week, last weekend they played against Tottenham Hotspurs, and their performance was just average, okay, and coming to a draw, and they were playing at home, okay. In fact, it was a derby, okay, North London derby, but Tottenham managed to, you know, get a draw at home, at away from home. Of course, it was a derby, but still, you know, Arsenal was at home. Okay, we don't know what will happen if Arsenal goes to Tottenham. Last season we saw Tottenham lost to Arsenal, but this season we have seen that it's different. I think last season, if I'm not mistaken, Tottenham lost both away, home and away. But this season it looks like it's a little bit different. It's really, really different. So the point is, what is wrong? That's the question that everybody perhaps is having, that what is wrong? And I'm highlighting to you that the problem with Arsenal, to me, is the coach. Okay, I'm not saying that he's that bad. No, but my point or my argument is that the coach has not sharpened, okay, has not sharpened enough his tactical approach this season. He needs to go back to the drawing board himself. He needs to try to get more orientation how to approach the league games this season. Otherwise, the way he has started, maybe we should be hoping for the next season, not this season. All right. For example, okay, the game against Tottenham, you saw clearly how they were playing. The approach, the setup, okay, to me was just very obvious. Okay, was just very obvious. Tottenham is not a small team. Is it even it, Tottenham is a title contender as well. All right, to some extent. Let me put it that way. So, I feel, or I think the approach, Arsenal approach, was supposed to be totally different. Looking at that, Tottenham is not a simple team to play with. For example, he used the Arsenal coach Mike Arteta used the system 4-3-3 system against. Maybe he wanted to score more goals or to get opportunity to score more goals. Okay, with 3 strikers. Okay, I feel like playing with Tottenham, you cannot use 3 strikers. Okay, you have to strengthen the midfield. So, personally, I believe soccer battles are won on the midfield, not in the defense, not in the striking, but in the midfield. So this is where he has problems. To the setup, he needs to improve the approach, especially on the setup and on the midfield. There is a big problem that he's not able to understand. Possibly, how can I say it? Okay, I believe that the approach of every game must be different. You can't approach every game the same, all right? So this is the problem that Mike Arteta seems to have, that he wants to approach every game the same. This is not fair. This is not good for Arsenal, all right? I believe that the Tottenham game, he was supposed to approach it differently, all right? Knowing that it is Tottenham, all right? But he decided to approach it like any other game, you see? I think I've seen all the games that he's played, and it seems like he's using only one style. You can't do that. You know, look at Arsenal players. If you look at the profile of those players, you see that they are playing well, they are good, but they are not matchmakers in the sense that they cannot maybe kind of change a game, all right, when the situation is tough, all right. They are not, you don't have the likes of Lionel Messi there. You don't have the likes of Ronaldo there. You don't have the likes of Bellingham. You don't have the likes of, Mbappe there. Okay. When you look at Arsenal, okay, you don't have the likes of Salah. You don't have the likes of Harry Kane. Okay. Like Tottenham, they have that guy called Song. Okay. You don't have the likes of those people. Yes, they have Saka, but he's still not that level. Okay. So that's the problem that, Arsenal is suffering this season. They have good players, yes, but they are good playing as a unit. Okay, they are good as playing as units. So that works when you're playing small teams, or those a little weaker teams. Okay, so playing as a unit works better. But when you're playing teams like PSG, Inter Milan, okay, Real Madrid, Barcelona, okay, Atletico Madrid, okay, Man United, Bayern Munich, okay, Man City, okay, you have to be very, very cautious because you're playing teams like Barcelona, okay, you can play like the same style like you're playing, Wolves. You see that? So perhaps possibly maybe before, without wasting time, I believe if Ateta was able to study other coaches like he was supposed to study, he can study any other coach, the approach of other coaches. Maybe even in other leagues, I have seen that even Man City coach, he's been doing that. He's been studying other systems or systems of other teams. I have evidence to that, but I will not explain it here. But I have evidence that there he has admired other coaches and have evidence on that. So what I'm trying to say is that possibly, okay, there should be a need for Arsenal to improve, okay, their approach to the games. And I think when they're playing tough teams, the system of 4-3-3 is not helping them. Okay, sometimes it's better to switch to a system like 4-2-3-1. Okay, sometimes they're 4-5-1. Sometimes you see, Man City is simply playing one system 4-5-1, always 4-5-1, always 4-5-1, and they're winning games. They're winning games. So as Michael Arteta seems to believe that he needs more strikers up front to win games, which is wrong because the strikers cannot score if they don't receive the balls from the midfield. So if you are playing with three midfielders, if they close the midfield, you are done. Okay, you are completely finished. You see. So the point that I'm making here is that the approach, the problem with Arsenal this season, we need to forget that Arsenal can make an impact in Premier League because the problem is the coach. The coach is not sharp enough, okay, to see that all his tactics that he used last season, now they were well exposed. All the teams know what Arsenal can do. And once he meet teams like Newcastle, they're going to be in trouble. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And this is one of my first, videos on English Premier League English Premier League. But I discuss soccer. I discuss everything that comes to my mind. And I want you guys to subscribe to my channel and follow my channel. You can also comment if you want to comment. But this is just my opinion. I'm not saying